Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Swain Batty League Season
Used to
10.
be cool.
I am 30, and tonight I am joined by AGS Zero and Thrifty Senpai for some tri-cast action. How are you two tonight?
I am doing great, man. I am so excited to be coming at you guys with the Season 10 SBL Championship round, which don't let anything you've heard fool you. That is what you are about to watch.
Skipping.
Yeah, no, big matchup coming here where we have the SUCC squad facing off against the NANI. Both of these teams tore through the regular rounds, but Hammer proving. Did they 1v1? No, they had a matchup. That's right. SUCC beat them 1-0 in the head-to-head for who got the bye.
Yeah, and that could be kind of the big storyline to follow to start the series. We already know Camera Suck Squad is capable of winning in this matchup, and in game one here, we do see Omewa Shindaru does have to play Phoenix Blaze at support, as Hook Reset's unavailable that early in the day. And if you were watching on Stream A last week, Fellowship of the Meme took these guys to Game 5, which no one saw coming, and this team honestly looked like a completely different Weeb team without Hook Resets in the lineup.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on them to show up and play like they did during the regular weeks and not how they did this last during playoffs.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot less leeway to spay here, and as we're blowing through this draft, we've already got Camera Suck Squad. Camera going to be forcing himself onto the enemy team with the Zaya. You know, if you've been watching the World Championship, you may not have seen that hero a lot, but you've wanted to, because she's banned all the fucking time. Great AD carry, and somebody that can get themselves out of deep shit, which I love for Camera.
Yeah, but, also is one of Mighty Wolf's go-to picks as well, so a pretty good steal away for first pick of the draft.
Yeah, excellent first pick, because they had the Twitch ban against them, so by just first picking this, is hey, slap back, take away your best AD carry, and nullify the Twitch ban, really. Twitch been seeing a lot of play, and Cameras has success on it, but Zaya is very, very potent right now.
Yeah, but we're blowing through this draft here. Don't worry, we got 3 minutes to let it talk about things at the end. So we're gonna skip around here because I want to talk about Thermidor picking this Rammus. This is not the first Rammus of the season.
No, it is not. I forget the scoreline, but it had 1 death in it.
It was
20
monstrous.
plus kills.
It was 20 plus kill participation at least.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It was monstrous. He bodied the opposing team.
Yeah, he was all over the place. This guy, every gank works for him. Very successful. I assume with this pick, he's looking to match the First Blood King himself in Devout Melk, who we will once again, for the 6th game in a row, see on Jarvan.
Yeah. It really makes me wonder if someone's going to actually try and take him out of this. He's been playing Jarvan non-stop during regular season and in playoffs. And, I mean, that's his champ, but it makes you kind of wonder if anyone's going to try and poke at that and try to get him onto something else.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thought. I could see them, SUCC Squad maybe doing that if they lose this matchup. Try to mix things up and get Devout Milk onto something a little less comfortable than Jarvan.
Yeah.
What must be done?
Something I want to touch on is mid laner matchups here. Both of these people, we see ZZ Death Reapers on the Vladimir and Renai Circulation on Ziggs. I did not have the pleasure of watching the last couple weeks of games as far as the SUCC squad goes. Has he been playing a lot of the Vladimir?
I believe he played it in the tiebreaker game, or at least if it wasn't then, it was during the regular season group stage. He did play Vladimir once to some amount of success. You can tell he definitely knows his way around the champion, but it might be a whole nother ball game going up against someone like Blue Boer on a champion and an archetype, a caster mage that he is so adept at.
Yeah, that's something you always know what Blue Boer is going to play. He's always going to play caster mage. That is what Blue Boer does. Yeah. He does it very well though. He'll sit in the back line. He'll farm out mid. He'll go even in mid or somewhere around there, and then he is going to have a lot of farm, and he's going to lay out a ton of damage from the back line.
Yeah, and he did play Ziggs last week to success. I'm pretty sure he won with that game, and it was utilizing that with Tristana, I believe, with the fast push strategy. So already NANI, they have a lineup for fast tower taking if they want to do that. Like you said, Blabur pushes out the mid wave, comes bot, uses the ult, kills a couple people. Maybe not, just pushes them out of lane. You get a satchel charge, you can get early first brick.
Yeah, satchel charge plus Tristana is a very potent combination.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like this. Albino Joe, his typical support pool, which is just the 3 strong Ardent Sensor supports. I guess excluding Sona here, who is not seen pick or ban this game, but Lulu, Soraka, and Janna all banned, so he goes to the Nami.
Yeah, I really like the Nami pickup. Something I want to hear you guys touch on a bit more, though, is the Singed pickup here, considering these matchups and like kind of where that was picked in the draft. That was after second round of bans, and the only thing they hadn't seen was the opposing top laner.
If you had asked me a week ago, we'd have a very different conversation about Singed. But after watching Impact blinds pick the Singed like a man and win games of the World Championship, I'm pretty confident that On the Wind is not as good at top lane as 957. So I think Frag is going to be SBL Impact this game. I am super excited to watch this matchup. But this probably won't be a super easy matchup for the Singed.
Not only that, but it's something that kind of makes me more worried about is for him to get on to this team. Singed really thrives when he's able to just hit a mobile target and just immediately flip them, like the Kog'Maw, like against the Kog'Maw. He just hauls in, flips the Kog'Maw, and your enemy team can blow him up, like pull him out of safety.
I actually think there is going to be a really smart way for Frag to be able to put up these team fights, and that's he's not going to have an easy time getting to the Tristana, but what's a champion that from the back line we almost never see die in any kind of competitive games? Ziggs. I think Singed is actually going to be a great pick for handling the Ziggs because the Ziggs is not going to be able to stop the ulting Singed from coming in. And with the Singed and the Rammus, there is actually going to be a lot of threat on that backline. Phoenix Blaze is going to have to be really on point with his peel.
Yeah, a lot of the Ziggs, I mean, all of it's skill shots. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna, I mean, Singed can just run past the mines, he can dodge the bouncing bombs, he can just run out of his ultimate once he cast it. So, yeah, I think that is a good pick against Ziggs. It's a matter of whether he can snowball this and actually get to a good Singed point. I mean, if it doesn't, then it's gonna take a lot of time in the side lane. But you have to wonder, can NANI, with their fast pushing strategy that they have lined up, can they sort of nullify Singed's ramp up time?
It's going to be really interesting to see how these two teams play out against each other. Not only in this game, but throughout the series. This particular matchup is going to be really, really interesting just because of the fact that like all of the SUCC squads engage. It's all like very linearly telegraphed. It's like it's Rammus powerballing in or Singed flying in. Vlad getting a flank could also be pretty big, but there is not I mean, there's not like a whole lot of like AoE CC or anything. It's like you rely on like on the wave,
Yeah,
or
but
like
that's not a good
one of these guys
gauge,
torpedo their way in.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, NANI has a lot of ways preventing people from just running straight in. Jarvan can ult, make the wall. Braum ult as well. Galio is, a pretty decent way of disengaging himself. We'll have to see some really creative flanks. Or if they just get super far ahead enough, they can just, run in and free roll them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if this SUCC squad gets far ahead, I wouldn't imagine them wanting to fight toe-to-toe with this lineup from NANI. They have the double teleport. They can start utilizing maybe a 1-3-1 scenario. Nami's really good, sticking with the 3 using wave to disengage through the lane. But NANI's team comp, they're just pulling out a Worlds 2017 classic comp, right? The 2 tanks, 2 damage threats, and a support. Granted, it's not an Ardent Sensor support, which Albino Joe and Nami does have, so that scales way better than Braum could ever scale, really, just based on support itemization alone. So I guess we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. The other thing with Sensor is like not only does Sensor scale really well, but it also provides a really quick burst of power. Like the second that Ion's completed first thing, it just puts your carry immediately into threat range. Like the AD carries don't have this ramp up period anymore. And that's part of the reason why Sensor's so ridiculously powerful on not only the Worlds patch but the current one.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you even see in those Worlds games, it's which support can get the Ardent Sensor first. Like literally rush it. They buy their support item, and then they start buying their components to Ardent Sensor. They don't even buy Sightstone anymore. It's literally just who can get Sensor first.
Yeah, some people aren't even like progressing on the support item. They get the basic one for when they go to lane, and then they're just rushing Sensor.
Yeah, I had always dreamed of a meta being this AD carry centric, but once I started seeing the Relic Shield and the Doran's Blade every game start from the ADC, I realized not like this. Not what I wanted. This is not what I asked for. The DM is corrupted a wish. I don't like it. But fortunately, we do have some men in the bot lane this game. Camer and the Mighty Wolf. I don't think we're going to see the passive starts. I think both of these guys are going to go for the Doran's Blade, and they're going to be trying to trade early and often.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I think the egos alone will make them want
to battle.
100%.
These are both... Yeah, go on, Zoe.
Both giant egos, and let's be real, this is an individual matchup. This is one of the most exciting we've ever seen in the history of the 5 years of the SBL. These guys are two of the best players we've ever produced on two of the strongest teams we've ever seen, going at it in a matchup where whichever AD carry plays better over this series will probably be the winning team.
Yeah, no, that is like exactly what you're looking for. You have like just a whole bunch of highs and two massive egos just headbutting into each other, and the results will be phenomenal, I hope. Or, someone's going to have a shattered ego if one of these teams just gets ruled.
Yeah. I have to shake that one off. Wait for next season.
Oh no, just go straight to ego death.
Ego death?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Completely shattered, just a shell of their former existence.
Yeah, most people normally have to do LSD to achieve something like that, but I think a few strong years of the SBL, you can do it too.
Yeah.
The SBL is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Took me 9 years to quit, man. 9 seasons, not years.
Well, pretty standard starts. Junglers.
Yeah, the jungle is actually a matchup I'm really excited to watch early here because as we saw on our stream with Devout Milk last week, he was, as he's been all season, a first blood monster, and these are two Thermidor's obviously very, very good as well. So I'm really excited to see who can get these early ganks off because there's a lot of potential for both of these junglers to get spicy early.
I mean, I wouldn't imagine anything else from Devout Milk. I can imagine. There it is. He's already coming to mid lane for the level 2 gank. He's got the blue buff and slabs Death Reaper a little bit, but he'll just walk out. No summoners used.
Yeah, good
that
for...
was like any other mid. That would have been so big. But Vlad has such solid sustain. He had the empowered Q there.
Yeah, and really good from Death Reapers and not just panic and blow that flash right away. Because once that flash is down against Jarvan, you are not in for a pleasant time.
Yeah, both Jarvan and Rammus are two junglers that can be like, Flash gives you a lot of safety against them, but it can be very, very rough times when you're out of Flash. I'm really curious, where do you guys think a lot of this gank pressure is going to become from both of these teams? Like Jarvan's such a prolific early ganker.
I would like to see a lot of the pressure in the top from both of these junglers. I think that's going to be the easiest lane to gank, but oh, we do see a bubble landing onto the Tristana, and I get my hopes up too fast.
Remember to press numpad plus. That's right.
Alright, at least we have a spectator client.
Oh,
hey,
is that a zinger at Blizzard? A big boy Blizzard's over there?
It could be a zinger at Blizzard.
Well, I mean,
The Overwatch spectator is coming, but there's a nice double bubble trouble. Trabuncle jumping under his tower. Phoenix Blade is going to get chunked out too. Summoner's held, but Cameron and Albino Joe are in control of this lane.
These bubbles have been on point and are causing lots of trouble for them already.
Ooh, maybe see a Nope. Gonna interrupt the power ball
Yeah.
and then say, you've suffered enough.
Well, I'm happily surprised to see Albino Joe playing Nami to its fullest right here. Another bubble lands, and the auto attacks and the bandit is procced. He's playing really up front, and he's trying to get those W's and bubbles in as much as possible. He's not just sitting back and using the W to heal. So that's good to see from the SUCC squad bot lane so far.
Yeah. Now, we do see the Mighty Wolf. He is playing fairly confident under that turret, most likely because of Albino Joe being pretty close to there. But I do want to say, Albino Joe, you asked me to say something nice about you, so I'm going to say it. You are taking control of this lane like you need to in this support matchup, because as we were saying in the pregame, I really think a lot of this first game is going to come down to whether this team can play well if Phoenix plays in or not.
Yeah, I mean, they already opted into the Braum pick, which is what he did play in their win last week. But the bubble lands onto Mighty Wolf. No summoners used it at all, and Camera picks up that first blood cleanly.
I feel like Albino Joe missed a bubble this game. I think I've seen like
one.
I think he's got
but that's it. That's still
but
pretty
he's got
good.
multiple double bubbles, so he's got more champs hit than he's got bubbles casted this game.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be.
I'm just more perplexed about Mighty Wolf not using anything there.
Yeah, that was really badly played from Mighty Wolf. He was feeling. Sometimes this happens when you're a really good player. You get so confident in yourself that you think you can just outplay people at no health. You can't outplay your health bar.
Yeah, it's plain and simple. It goes down to 0. You get a 1 in the death column, and you go back to base. A free teleport to base, though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But not, there's something called opportunity cost. It is a complex economic concept called when the creeps are pushed up to your tower, you lose them. And the Mighty Wolf is down almost 800 gold already at the 6-minute mark. And this is an awful place to be when you're Tristana. You cannot play Tristana from behind.
And he doesn't even have the Ardent to like catch you up. Like the thing with like Tristana as well is like with the Ardent sensor at least you can be behind and your Q combined with the sensor will still put you back into a good spot. He does not have a sensor support to bail him out here.
Yeah, and he had to match the BF sword out of Camera with a call. He might not cash that in this game, guys.
Yeah.
This is not going to be good. We already saw Cameron Albino Joe had no issue shoving the Tristana under tower. He is going to lose so many CS if he's fortunate enough not to die again. Mighty Wolf is going to have to play out of his mind to start turning this game around.
Yeah, I mean, that's from the bot lane perspective. Other side of the map, though, for Nani. Lavure's down a couple CS or so, but should be evened out soon. But top lane's going relatively even as well.
Yeah, the top lane about even, like, that's about to be expected, honestly. I feel like neither of these are going to be able to bully each other off of farm too effectively. The mid, however, that should be probably a bit closer to even as well. Ziggs does have a fairly strong wave clear.
Yeah, I have to assume Blab's been playing with a lot of respect for Thermidor. As to another bubble gonna land. Oh man, this is just... Every single one of these bubbles now has to be panic mode for the Mighty Wolf.
Yeah, because when the bubble lands, is it going to be the Rammus in the side lane brush? Or is he going to be tower diving? Because Rammus can start doing that pretty easily early on. So, yeah, he's going to have to be very cognizant of when to flash and when to heal coming up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways for the SUCC squad bot line to execute a tower dive if they want to opt into that.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of room for more mistakes here without just absolutely losing the game.
Jeez, I mean, like, these are pretty, like, these bubbles shouldn't be landing from my, like, I play a lot of Nami from an 80 carry perspective. You're walking right into the range of Nami, but the stun lands, the bomb is procced, and Camera is playing with some heat, though, gets Phoenix Blaze incredibly low. No summoners for him. And he's looking for a root, and there it is! He gets the flash and the heal out of Mighty Wolf.
Heal was already used before that, but
oh, yeah.
Yeah, heal was used to save Braum.
Oh, okay.
Just such confidence playing out of Camera there. He knew how much threat he was in that entire time, which was not a lot. And he manages to get 3 summoners out of this enemy bot lane that he is already smashing. They're going to take a Ziggs ult here, but that's not going to completely clear the wave. So they're going to toss a few more taps onto this tower, nearly taking it. And
That's a great way to eat a Zigzal here too. Like, oh, it saved us from getting first brick. Okay, so it's not ideal, obviously, by any means. It'd be greater to get the first brick, but that's also the Zigzal that's not killing you or causing them to get first brick on you.
Yeah, but it looks like TSM Cammer not gonna wait out the base. He's gonna take the first brick before backing, where he is now up 1,500 gold.
Ooh, that's a BF sword.
That's another BF sword. Maybe he's gonna just come back with 2, dual wield warrior style. He can do what he wants. Do you see those items on the Tristana? Berserkers, Greaves, and a Call.
I have seen people do that before when they're like really head, like mainly on Draven.
I was gonna say that sounds like a fucking Draven build right there.
Yeah. Now Freg.
Oh, he gets out.
That was some bad proxy farming, but it's not gonna punish him.
Oh, is it bad though? I think this is a successful proxy. If he manages to get out here though, but he is wasting a lot of time, and there it is. There's the jukes and the mastery.
Corrected. Successful proxy. This is looking very bad for Team NANI.
Yeah, they're starting to fall behind in every single lane, and this is a team that can snowball very, very hard.
Well, and we also saw from NANI last week, when they fell behind, they did look like they have confidence issues. I think especially when they're playing this lineup with their substitute. And I just don't know if they have the mental fortitude to start coming back from a big deficit. And that seemed like the easy play. Oh, the SUCC squad, they're committing 4 to Dragon. Let's go for the proxy sim and at least get a kill on our way out. But Albino Joe being caught in his own territory here. He's going to flash onto his rim buff, dodges the Cataclysm. Teleport canceled by On the Wind, and NANI gonna make it away from Navi there. The Zigzal comes in, does not finish him up. Now Cameron trying to take some damage. Actually, Cameron trying to fight all these men by himself. Here comes ZZ Death Reapers too. They might try to chase this as Death Reaper putting the slowdown, drops the Hextech Proto Belt, jumping forward. The Tristano gonna do a lot of damage, but the Galio ult gonna come in and break up this fight. But now, this Death Reaper looks like he still wants to fight. There's a Ziggs is coming in on the flank, does not pick up the kill. And now he's being forced out by the Vladimir. And here comes Sage down the river. Gonna put down the slow. Looking for a fling onto anybody. Maybe not gonna fight. It has to settle for the Galio. Galio gonna flash into the Dragon Big. But there goes the Vlad to follow. Oh my god, Galio, he's too tanky. But he's finally gonna go down to Death Reaper. And Renai does not have a tower here. Gonna be grounded. Not gonna be snared. But Frank gonna pop that challenger remote anyways. Flinging Renai circulation in an unfriendly direction. Gonna put down a few autos and pick up a kill of his own while their team is taking the mid-tier 1.
Oh no.
That is like the absolute last thing you would have happen here if you were this NANI squad.
So the worst thing about this for NANI is, do you know what happens in high-level League of Legends? When you decide to make a play in one part of the map, you do not attempt a play on the other side of the map. But what happens at even higher level League of Legends is you don't care, you make the play everywhere and they all work. And that is what the SUCC squad is doing right now.
We've ascended to a higher level of League of Legends.
Yeah, this is some Samsung White shit. And I got bad news for Team NANI. Samsung White did not lose many games.
Yeah.
Oh man, that Rift Herald, just on top. Why not?
They'll
run that down top lane, or maybe mid if they can get it.
They can run it wherever the hell they want. They're so far ahead right now. Over a 4K gold lead at 12.5 minutes here.
Yeah, I mean they're just being pulled all across the map. Milk, look for some engage on Death Reaper, but it's mostly saying we'll keep our jungle for now. But in that last fight, a lot of teleports, a lot of map movement committed. But I think it was really a 4v5 at the end of the day for SUCC squad. I don't think Rammus or Thermidor participated in that in any way. It's just NANI was like all over the place on their focus, and they got singled out.
Yeah, it's actually really surprising that we've seen so little out of the jungles this game. It feels like Devout Milk has just been trying to back up people already losing engagements all game, and Thermidor hasn't really done much at all. He's been content just to power farm, where he's up over 1,000 gold just from jungle farming right now.
I mean, that's kind of what you could do. He's just like, hey, all my lanes are winning. They don't need me. Until now.
Yeah, that's a Thermidor special, though. He's always been known for hard power farming. And he picks the champions that can do it well, too. And there it is, yeah, Rift Herald summon up top. Everyone from the SUCC squad is up here to back up Shelly as They go in for tier 1 top lane though, but it's going to be 5 members of NANI. Going to be here to defend. The Braum Shield tries to block whatever it can, but Albino Joe picks up the first kill of the fight. On the Wind answers with a kill back onto the Death Reaper ZZ. Galio will come in to try to defend Devout Milk. He's in the thick of things. Will he get out? Poison doesn't kill him. And it's a 1-for-1, but what happened to Riftchild? It died.
It died, dude.
It died. Zigzalt killed it, and the tower remains.
Yeah, that was looking so bad for a moment for Team NANI, but they managed to hold on there. But I don't think that the SUCC Squad's going to stop the push.
They killed Vlad before he did anything. Like, he didn't pool, he didn't ult.
Ooh, that's true. That'd be big if he got that ult off.
Yeah, you saw how many low health bars there were. Like, the ult alone would have kind of like killed Milk, let alone for getting like that damage increase on all the like they're all going to be taking there.
Yeah. Oh, Camera with those Nami procs on Tide Color's Blessing. Those are dangerous.
Laying out lots of damage here.
Yeah,
but, there was some good news there. They killed the Herald, and they actually managed to go even on a trade, which was overall like net game for them.
Right. Yeah. When you're losing in League of Legends, it's always best to not lose more, and they do that there and delay the game. Hopefully to get the Mighty Wolf scaling. Looks like his CS numbers are looking a little bit better. He has a BF sword now. Still working on that call. But something I want to bring up though, and Eva already brought up in chat, the Archangels staff rush on Ziggs.
That is... I was actually wanting to get to that, and then we had some things pop off, and I forgot to get back to it. No. No? There is absolutely zero reason why. You are playing like Morello's gives you the mana and the CDR, better sustain. You're playing against a Vladimir.
Yeah.
You're the goddamn Morello's.
Alright, well, Thrifty has spoken. As Devout Milk might go down to the Vladimir. He's just barely gonna survive. Oh.
Remember, folks, don't leave home without a refillable potion.
I am normally open to item variations, but this is like just... There is no reason to go for that in this game.
Yeah, don't you get the shield until it transforms?
Correct.
Oh, Phoenix Blaze, he got the shield right away, and he transformed into a dead body in mid lane. SUCC Squad picking up another dragon. Second one for them is going to be an Ocean this time around. But Frag, he's doing the multiple aggro dance over tower, or under tower. Lab gets out though.
Man, it is very difficult to cast a Singed game. You see these plays and you're like, this guy is going crazy. What is he thinking? And he just keeps walking out of them all.
I mean, like, that's the rule of Singed. The way you play Singed is you ask yourself, should I be doing this in a normal League of Legends game? If the answer is no, then you're probably playing Singed correctly.
Yeah, you open up such a potential for mechanical outplays that the top lane normally does not have. Where normally you have to right-click somewhere on your screen to, kind of micromanage your character, but Singed opens up right-clicking anywhere on the minimap and being fine.
Oh man, this tier 2 mid lane already below half health, and the members defending it already below half health as well. On the Wind, gets into a scuffle. Top lane try, he has to flash over. Will he be able to even get out though? He's running to a very defenseless tier 1 tower, gets flinged right into the power ball, and there's the bubble. Albino Joe helping secure that kill to Frag.
Yeah, and we just saw SUCC get that kill onto the tank, and there was not really any damage there to help out on that fight. That was 2 tanks taking out a Galio, which does not bode well for any comeback potential for Omema Wush and Daru. But let's be real here. If somehow this game does stall out for a long time, maybe 30 minutes or so without anything else happening, I do like the chances out of this Na'Vi composition in a straight 5v5.
Yeah, this is a team that does actually scale really well. Like, both Ziggs and Tristana scale pretty well into the late game, and they're champions that can take the towers incredibly quickly if they do manage to win a fight. Like, you don't need many minions to go take down a tower or two when you have Ziggs Tristana.
Yeah, you have to imagine if this team got one miracle fight that they could maybe turn into a Baron after. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen just this World Championship, let alone at the SBL level. This is one of those comps where if that was Master Splinter instead of Devout Milk, we'd be thinking about how, like, they could maybe catch this SUCC squad that's been playing very aggressively in 3- and 4-man situations with a catch to turn their game around.
Yeah, but we're in the Devout Milk timeline here, and we're actually in the frag plays Singed until it's banned timeline. That's how I can foresee this series going. He's just running around doing whatever he wants. He's actually just trolling them now.
This is
like he stopped. See that? He stopped in taunt right there in mid lane in front of Mighty Wolf. Mighty Wolf can't do a goddamn thing.
Mighty Wolf still doesn't have an
another
item, guys.
champion that's gaining
Mighty
a
Wolf
lot
still
of
doesn't have an
health
item.
over time. I wonder if Morello's would have been good there.
Diggs, you gotta stop hitting those, dog. He's got a call, man. He's 8 stacks away. Just let him catch that thing.
And I feel
It's
like,
20 minutes,
I
he's
feel like
suffered
there's a
enough.
chat there, because if I was Wolf, I'd be pissed off that. Like, I could have gotten my call here off this wave.
Yeah, and that's just the kind of things that maybe isn't communicated when you're tilted. Is goddamn camera's putting out so much damage. You see Galliard coming in for a very defensive. These plays. This team does not look mentally on point. As I think this might be the fight. Now we see Cameron playing forward. He takes a lot of damage, but he's still going to make it out alive. Now Frank looking for the flank. Gonna throw Tristana away from that tower. The double kill for Cameron as the Vlad charges forward, gets a kill with the Proto Belt, and that's going to be a top lane tier 2. As Devout Milk is the split pusher of choice for Team NANI in the bot lane.
But he is going to get that tower.
Yeah.
He will pull that off.
And they're on the board for taking out towers.
Hey. No shutout now. They got the tower and
Yeah.
they got a kill.
Right.
There you go. We can lose this one in peace, boys. Like, I can't imagine if we had a perfect game, like, is no kills, no towers taken in the SBL.
No, I think everyone, when they get a big enough lead to get a perfect game, they start playing like shitheads.
I mean, that's what happens the majority of the time. But, like, imagine if we actually had a perfect game in the SBL. The amount of shit given would just be unheard of.
I think we need to incentivize teams to go for the perfect game. I think all the way up to the pro level. Maybe something like, if you get a perfect game, it counts as 2 wins instead of 1. Because that would suddenly add a lot of tension to these games. Like, oh no, Team NANI still hasn't given up, hasn't found a kill or a tower. Can they do it? As they're going to try to find their second kill here. I don't think they're going to. That exhaust, that's not enough to stop him. He's singed. He's getting hit by everything, and he doesn't give a damn. Now you're running away. He is running back. And Turbuckle has to flash out, but he's not flashing far enough. Singed also gets a double kill. Get out of the Singed crew. What are you doing? Rob, no! You made it!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
No!
He has 1v3.
Surrender vote failed. Oh my.
Oh.
That's the most demoralizing way to start off your semifinal match. Is to have a Singed style on 3 of your members.
That was both their DPS. Like, they have both their DPS and support, and he just kills one of them, and then walks out. You're doomed. You don't come back from that.
Right.
Yeah, this team looks pretty mentally out of this one, but they do have their a big factor coming in for game 2, I believe, with hook resets returning. So
I think it might be too early for that, dude. I don't know if he's here or not.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I mean, we'll
like
wait and see. Oh
man.
Oh, but here comes the wave. Cameron's SUCC squad here to support him. And double kill for Cameron, and that's it. 3 members down for NANI. Low health bars, though, for SUCC squad, so they might call the retreat here.
Yeah, they do have a Singed putting pressure onto that top lane inhibitor turret, though, so I think if they can find any pressure, they probably want to keep going for it, as there's still no one up there. And is Thermidor gonna... Oh! Does not step into that push. Milk with the great escape. But he's still not where he wants to be here, although he may be going to look for a kill onto that Vladimir. But Singed putting down a lot of pressure in the top lane as this turret's going to go down. No Infernals this game, so clearly not a Worlds game.
Clearly not an average League of Legends game. The variety already. 3 different ones. That's pretty unique. Usually it's like 3 cloud. So.
Well, I mean, just by like math, mathematics, you're most likely going to have a double Drake by the third one.
Sure. Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Yeah, it's going to be Ocean for the fourth, which will assuredly go to SUCC Squad if they keep up the map control here.
Yeah, I don't see that changing anytime soon. But stranger things have happened.
I mean, a Baron throw can happen. I mean, they don't need Baron to win this game. Surely they do not. No. But if they want to end the game sooner, then they might go over towards that Baron pit. It's a matter of whether can NANI get some boards down and attempt a steal at the very least.
Yeah, I think the more realistic thing is you start Baron, then you go kill the enemy team, and then you get the Baron for free, and the game is just over then.
There we go, Tristana ult's going to try to disengage the Rammus, but that is a Rammus. I don't think that was enough as Phoenix plays going down in his own jungle. 0-5-1 on the Braum, 0-4-1 on the Tristana. This has been a bot lane nightmare to start the series off.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of points to what you said, though. The bot lane matchup is going to be what decides the series overall. And we've seen this game that the SUCC Squad bot lane has done significantly better for itself.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see how that changes when Hook Resets enters the series tonight. But granted, I don't think a lot of this failure was on Phoenix plays. It was really Mighty Wolf getting bubbled over and over again, and Albino Joe. I mean, he kept landing them. Frank's way deep. He's in a Cataclysm.
Yeah, he's securing Baron Nashor for his team, though, keeping 5 men pinned into their base. He is content to execute here, although that could take a while. He's gonna dodge the knockup. I don't think he has the health to survive running past another tower. No, he definitely does not. Is the kill? Oh no! No! Roomba!
Oh. That was, he didn't need to hit. Oh, I don't know, mate. Did he need to hit that winner's fight? Let's be honest.
No, he did not.
Are you sure?
Stinge was taking 2 tower shots before he gets out.
That's true. But then who knows who gets the kill?
That's fair. I guess Milk gets it.
Yeah.
He got him with the spear.
In any case, they actually took out the unkillable Singed in frag for the first time tonight.
Juggernaut down.
Yeah, 26 minutes in as they try to defend their mid inhibitor tower here. Thermidor's on split push duty in the top lane. Just spreading that Baron love, and they go in, they dive under the tower. Phoenix plays very low once again. He stays alive. Death Reaper maybe getting locked up and CC'd in a bad spot. Will use that pool to disengage. Milk missing the flag and drag, and the wave is here for the follow-up CC. The inhibitor goes down. Wand the Wind goes down. And I think the hopes and dreams of game 1 for NANI go down with the inhibitor.
Yeah, I think our goal at this point is just to make sure you stay alive long enough to guarantee that Hook resets his back for game 2.
I like how they have to start now planning, like there's no reality where they can win without him. That's rough. But maybe that's the case, I don't know. And
I mean, it's not that, but it's definitely not going to hurt to have a better player in your support,
Yeah, because I mean, the snowballing alone from bot lane was enough to win this game, in my opinion. But yeah. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff happening across the map. Frag doing what he wants everywhere on the map, and Death Reaper doing some solid work of his own. 4-1 and 7. A person that we expected to show up big in Thermidor, he quietly played the support role in this game.
I mean, he did what he needed to do. Like, he kept the other jungler wasn't getting ganks out, and he farmed better. That was, what you had to do.
Yeah.
He had a job, and he did it.
He did, and SUCC Squad, they get the job done, winning game 1 here in the best of 5 semifinal match. Do not touch your browser. We'll be right back with game 2. Stay tuned.